Hi. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I made a video. It's probably been like a whole month, probably more than that. This is my first video in 2017, and since I posted my last video, so much has happened. Beyonce is pregnant with twins, and I just turned 21, so a lot has happened. I decided to take a little break from YouTube because it can get kind of stressful, and I had my family over and it was New Year's, my birthday, and a bunch of stuff, so I just wanted to take time off to take care of myself before I do anything else on YouTube. But I'm really happy to be back, and since a lot of y'all were asking for a makeup tutorial, I decided to do a Valentine's Day inspired look. I wanted it to look effortless, like you're not trying very hard to look pretty on Valentine's Day, and it ended up looking almost exactly like my everyday makeup look. Like, this is what I wear on a daily basis. I feel like all of my makeup look just kind of look the same because I know what works for me and I really just stick to that, so I'm sorry if this isn't anything special. But if you would still like to watch this tutorial, you can stick around. I also have every product and everything in the description box as usual. And this video is really exciting because I did the whole makeup look with this palette. I got these makeup brushes from Vanity Planet like a couple weeks ago, and everybody was asking me on Snapchat where I got them. Like, once I posted the link to where I got them, people like 50 something people were taking screenshots like, y'all really like this palette. For people who don't follow me on Snapchat and have never seen this before, this is the makeup brush palette from Vanity Planet, and y'all know that I get stuff from there like all the time. I've been wanting to try these makeup brushes for so long because I've heard so many good things about them, and they're cruelty-free. I actually saw them on Oxily and I tried to apply for them, but they keep selling out and I just couldn't get my hands on them. So here it is. It's a little bit dirty, I'm sorry, because I've been using it a lot. So it comes with 15 brushes and basically every brush you would ever need to do your makeup. So the reason why I'm so impressed with them isn't just because they're cruelty-free and really high quality, but the fact that they're $30 for the whole palette. Obviously, I'm very lucky because they sent these to me to review, so like I didn't have to pay for them. But $30 is still super affordable considering that there are 15 of them. So one brush is $2, which is impossible to find unless you go to Dollar Tree. The only ones that I can think of that's around the same price range would be the Wet n Wild brushes, and I like these way more. Not just because the brushes are really good. Handles are always plastic, but this one is birch wood. Like, look how pretty that is. I really like all of these. Like, the eyeshadow brushes are pretty good, but the real star of this palette, I think, are the face brushes. It just leaves such a streak-free finish. But if you would like to get the palette, you can go to vanityplanet.com and you can find the palette there. I'll probably put a link down in the description. And you can get 70% off if you use the code BEAUTY9, which is gonna make them $30. Just to warn you, that is an affiliate code. So I know that makes a lot of people really uncomfortable. So if you don't wanna use that code, or if you want to use someone else's code, I totally understand. You can just go on that website, like Google Vanity Planet or something, if you're still interested in the brush set. I feel like I've been talking about brushes for like 6 minutes. By the way, I'll also be using the Morphe palette, which I'm very excited about. So many of y'all have asked me to do a makeup look with this palette because it's such a beautiful palette and it's got every color in it. I just love it. And I feel like it's kind of disappointing because I did a very neutral, natural, everyday look instead of like something dramatic for Valentine's Day. And I'm sorry. But realistically, this is really what I'm gonna wear on Valentine's Day, so I just wanted to be honest. Yeah, keep watching if you wanna see how I did all of this today. Also, I apologize in advance if you see Trin walking back and forth all the time throughout this video. It's because he's making crawfish.
So I'm starting off with a moisturized face because when my skin looks good, then everything I put on top of it looks good. And I'm dotting this foundation all over my cheeks and under my eyes and just everywhere on my face. And then I'm buffing it in with this flat top stippling brush. This brush works especially well with this foundation. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Illuminating Foundation. I think that's the right name. And it's one of the only full coverage foundations that I can really use because most of them makes my face look really cakey. So this one works really well at giving me a flawless base while still being illuminating and natural. Next is concealer, and I literally just could not wait to talk about this concealer that I just made a post about it on Instagram. And I'm dotting this on any acne scars or active acne or any redness and under eye circles because it literally is a concealer that works on everything, which is like the number one thing I love about this concealer. Usually I need to use about 2 because you need a different formula for underneath your eyes and on blemishes, but this one is not cakey at all under your eyes, but it still has really good coverage for any like big dark blemishes, so I'm really happy with it. And I'm blending this in with a concealer brush, which takes a little bit of time, but I really like the finish. So oh, another thing, I really like how this concealer looks underneath my eyes, because I usually feel like I need a color corrector because my dark circles are really dark. So with this concealer, I don't feel like I need a color corrector at all. It just brightens my entire eye area by itself. Next, I'm going back with the flat top stippling brush, and I'm pressing all of the concealer into my face so everything looks a little bit more seamless and flawless and pretty. Next is setting powder, and I'm using this Kiko setting powder with a kabuki brush, and I'm just pressing in the powder slowly on my forehead and on my along my jaw and also underneath my eyes. Those are usually the areas that I would put my setting powder. I don't put it all over my face because I want to retain some luminosity around my cheek area. By the way, if any of y'all have seen any baked setting powders, please let me know because I really like this one, but they discontinued it. Next is bronzer, and I'm using this Kiko bronzer with this contour brush, and I'm just dusting this bronzer all over my forehead. And this contour brush works in really large areas because it's really fluffy, but at the same time it works well for any cheek contour that you want to do. So I'm gonna show you in a second. Like, look how pretty. Oh, I love this contour brush. Next, since I already have my bronzer out, I'm using this large eyeshadow brush to contour the two sides of my nose and also down my nose bridge. And this one is also a really fluffy brush, so it doesn't look too harsh. It gets your nose contour done so fast. And I'm going in again with the contour brush and just dusting a little bit of that bronzer residue on my nose tip. Next is highlighter, and this is the Jouer highlighter, and it has the most beautiful packaging ever, but the product itself is also really amazing. Just one or two sweeps with this fan brush makes my highlight look so intense. Like, I've never used any highlighters that's this intense and looks this pretty. So I'm just dusting this on the two sides of my cheeks and on my chin, a little bit underneath my brows, and also a little bit on top, and just any areas that I want to highlight. And that's me feeling myself. Next is blush, and this is actually a brand new blush that I've never used before. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, which is like one of the really old YouTube favorites. And I'm applying this with this powder brush on my cheeks, and I think I actually like this color more than the color I already have, which is Dolce Pink. This one gives me a really natural flush and it doesn't look too pink. Then it's the brow routine, and I'm just brushing them to get rid of any base makeup residue in my brows, and I'm fast forwarding this part because my brow routine literally has stayed the same since I started the channel. And I'm just drawing in my brows and doing tiny strokes and then brushing them out like I always do. Next is brow gel, and this is the one from Glossier. It's the boy brow that I've talked about like a million times, and I'm just applying this and brushing through my eyebrows to make them look a little bit more natural. Next is the exciting part, which is the Morphe palette. It looks so beautiful. It's literally one of the most beautiful makeup products that I've ever had. And I'm mixing these two colors, the slightly yellower one with the white one, and these shades don't have names, so it's gonna be a little bit confusing. And I'm just using this and sweeping it all over the eye area because I have a lot of veins and redness around my eyes, so it just gives me a clean base to work with and just primes my eyes pretty well. And then I'm taking this medium brown shade and I'm just nestling it on my outer corners and then bringing it bringing it in along my crease, and I'm just making sure to make everything like really soft. Next is the smudger brush, and I'm using it to pick up this shimmer copper shade, and I'm using it to line my lower lash line. And I'm going back with the brush that I used earlier to blend out and soften my lower lash line. And I'm also using it to blend out my eyeshadow one more time and to wing it out a little bit more. Again, because this is supposed to be like an effortless makeup look, I'm trying to make everything super soft and natural. Next, I'm using this eyeliner from MAC because it's a kohl pencil, so it makes it really easy to blend out and smudge out. And I'm applying this along my lash line and a little bit on top of my lashes. I'm not pulling it out too much yet because I'm going to smudge it afterwards. And there's me smudging the eyeliner. And I'm doing this on both sides to extend my eyes a little bit. And then next, I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I'm doing y'all a favor and I skipped through the part where I curled my lashes because y'all really seem to hate watching me curl my lashes because it freaks some of you out. So I skipped that part and I'm just going to the part where I put on mascara. This is also one of my favorite mascaras of all time because it curls my lashes really well. Since I'm not doing a dramatic eyeshadow or eyeliner look, I'm making sure to put a lot of mascara on, and that's me messing up. And then I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, and I'm lining my bottom lip. And I usually like my bottom lip to stand out a little bit more because it gives me a cuter pout, I guess. And then I'm also using a lip liner to define my cupid's bow a little bit more, but I don't line my entire upper lip. And then I'm going in with this lipstick, which is a really pretty nude pink matte lipstick, and I'm just applying it with my fingers all over my lips. And lastly, I'm going to use the highlighter again and use this really small brush and just apply the highlighter on my cupid's bow and on the two sides, on like underneath my nose. I don't know what it's called. And then I'm also highlighting my inner corners. This brush really helps with any small highlights that I need to do because before that I used to use fingers and it doesn't look as good. And now that my makeup is done, I'm just gonna use a little bit of this iridescent shimmer body butter to highlight my collarbones and my neck and basically my chest and shoulder area. And it just makes me look more glowy all over. And that's the look. I hope y'all found this video helpful, and please like and subscribe if you would like to, if you want to watch more of me. And thank you for watching and sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!